I'm former NFL player turned chef Darrell Smith, and I'm on a mission to spread love through food, giving a fresh new twist on home-cooked meals. It's all mad good food.
The Green family reunion of '93. What an eventful reunion that was. For my reunion-inspired menu, I'm taking it back to my roots. We're gonna make a garlic pesto potato salad. We got a salmon fillet, and it's gonna be mad good. First, let me get started on these potatoes because we gotta let those boil for a little while. We got some water boiling. I got a little bit of salt, actually a lot of bit of salt because potatoes love salt. And just make sure we stir it up a little bit so that salt doesn't stick to the bottom. We're gonna dump in our potatoes whole because sometimes if you cut them in half beforehand, it soaks up all of that water and you're left with a nasty, watery potato salad. And nobody likes that. Let's dump our pine nuts into our pan. And all I wanna do is just toast these lightly. It brings a nice nuttiness to our pesto. And that'll go really well with these potatoes. You really wanna make sure you watch these because they will burn on your ass real quick. They're toasted up nicely. You smell that aroma coming off of these. They're nice and nutty. And now we're gonna pop these to a food processor. We're gonna grab some basil from our wall. Hey, baby. How y'all doing? Oh, that's a nice leaf. Basil goes in, and we're just gonna blanch our garlic. This allows us to cook some of that bite off of that garlic. And then two, we still get that garlicky flavor without the stinky breath. I still want some bite, so I'll add 2 cloves into it. We got a little bit of lemon zest, a little bit of heat, some red chili flake, not too much, little lemon juice. You don't need too much. And then I'm just gonna fish out that garlic. All right, there we go. I'm gonna blitz this for a little. Yeah, it's already coming together. Little salt. And now we're gonna start to add in our Parmesan cheese. That's good. Add a little more lemon juice. Damn, that smells good. Now, we're gonna start to add in our olive oil. That's the consistency that I'm looking for. Nice and creamy and ready for them potatoes. Now that we've cooked our potatoes through, I'm just gonna cut these lengthwise. And look at that. Perfectly done, all the way cooked through. It's pretty. And it matches my shirt. Luckily, I got chef mitts, and these things do not feel any type of heat. But at home, you might wanna let these cool down just a little. Last one. So I'll add just a little bit of salt to here, a little bit of pepper as well, not too much. Now I'm just gonna toss in a little bit of melted butter. I would say that's about 2 tablespoons of butter. Coat those potatoes nicely. It just gives it flavor, and potatoes really like butter. So now we're gonna add in our pesto, nice and creamy, and green. We love this, just like my grandma's last name. Estelle Green. We're gonna toss these. You can smell that garlic coming through. That green is popping, pop. We're just gonna cut these lengthwise. Oh yeah, look at those perfect yolks. I'm gonna season these on a board. Our potatoes have enough seasoning, and so we don't necessarily need to add anything else to it. Now, let's position them so they look mad cute. Dainty hands, Darrell, dainty hands. I can hear Jazz whispering in my ear right now. Potatoes are good. I'll see you in a second.
At Honda, we know you have to drive through the mud if you want to reach the rainbow. The all-new CR-V and CR-V Hybrid, part of the Honda line of rugged vehicles.
We're back. Potato salad's chilling. Let's get the grilling. Get some parchment paper, and I'll just add my fish here. We got some pomegranate molasses, and I'm just gonna drizzle it over top. What this is gonna serve as is like a glue for our seasoning that we're gonna put on the fish. When it hits that heat, it'll caramelize, it'll give you a nice flavor and a nice crust on it, okay? I'm just going to paint our salmon just a little bit. Picasso. And we wanna add a little salt to this to create that crust. All right, now, we're gonna start to cook this fish. Little olive oil, And we'll just take our fish and drop it right in. Woo! I like that. Get a little butter in our pan. That butter's gonna make a nice crispy crust and a beautiful color on the bottom as well. And it'll give us like a nice little sauce with that pomegranate molasses. I'm just gonna salt this other side. There we go. And we're gonna flip this. Oh, hell yeah. That pomegranate molasses created a nice candy on the top, and that salt made it nice and crusty and crispy. Now, personally, I like my salmon to be around medium, and so as soon as I flip it, I might keep that heat on about 30 seconds, turn it off, and we just gonna put that to the side and let it chill out for a little. I'm now gonna get into a nice vinaigrette for our salmon because we got that salty, we got that sweet, we got that bitter, and I wanna hit it with a little bit of acid to bring the whole dish together. All right, little olive oil. We'll add our shallots and our garlic. We're gonna grab a little basil, shifting out this. There we go. Add that in. Oh, look at that color. I wish you could smell it. You can't go wrong when you cook garlic and shallots. We're gonna add our rice wine vinegar. And we're just gonna let that go until it starts to bubble slightly, and then we'll turn it off. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of salt. And that is good. Now we're gonna dress our salmon with our warm vinaigrette. Hell yeah. All right, we're in a good place. We have a garlic pesto potato salad and that pomegranate molasses salmon. Hell yeah. All right, our food is good, and I think that any function you take this to is gonna be a hit. But I wanna leave you with this. My grandma always told me, no matter how far you go away, remember your foundation and your roots, and you'll always find your way back.